Okay, we're going to make my chewy marzipan biscuits, and these are my absolute favourite, so I'm going to have to stop myself from eating them before they even go in the oven. Right, got your marzipan, so you just need to break this up a little bit and pop it into your food processor, and we're just going to blitz this just briefly, just to get it all broken up, and then we'll add in the other ingredients. So only for a few seconds, but hopefully if you keep your eye on the video, we'll stop at the same time. Okay, hopefully you've stopped and I'm not trying to talk over your food processor. So you've got them and they're just broken up into little bits. Absolutely fine, I'm sure. So all we need to do now is add in your icing sugar, and then 1 dessert spoon of plain flour, and this just gives it a little bit of lightness, like you would have a cake. There we go, dessert spoon, plain flour, and then we need an egg white. So we need to discard the yolk. So if we can do this by, there we go, and I'm just going to pour the yolk into my hand and let it run, the white run through my fingers. There we go. Now I'm stuck. Now just get rid of your egg yolk, and if you need to give your hands a wipe or a little wash, go and do that. Okay, hopefully you're back. And now all we need to do is pop the lid back on the food processor and blend it until it goes into, it's nice and smooth. So here goes. Okay, get this off so you can see it. Hopefully it's stopped as well. So you should have, just with my spatula, a nice thick paste. Okay, and we're just going to add this into the bowl. Your bowl, I'm just using the same bowl as the icing sugar was in. So empty the contents of your food processor into a mixing bowl. Just giving everything a scrape, you don't want to lose any bits. And then what we're going to do next is add in the oats and give that a stir in. And the oats are fantastic for this because they make it sort of flapjacky. The combination of the marzipan and the oats, just chewy, lovely, yummy, delicious biscuits. Okay. Now straight in with your oats. And then give that a good stir in. There we go. Stir in the oats. Okay. Nice and easy. So you should be left with a mix that looks something like this. Okay? So all we need to do now is bring in our tray. and I'm using one of these little biscuit trays. If you don't have one of these and you're using a baking tray, that's absolutely fine. All you do is a similar sort of thing, but just try not to flatten them out because they will spread on a baking tray. So put little teaspoon balls onto your baking tray, and they will flatten out slightly and spread out. But if you've got one of these biscuit trays, they're perfect because it'll all spread out and mould into the correct shape. So then, just using a small sort of teaspoon, just want to get a ball of it, the mix, and pop them into the tray. If you were doing on a baking tray, you could do something exactly the same as that, and it would look fantastic when it comes out of the oven. Go. And don't worry about shaping them because they'll all melt and move around when they're in the oven. Just try and get the similar sort of amount for each one, because then the biscuits will be the same size at the end, which is what we want. So that's essentially it, and all you need to do now is pop these in the oven for 25 minutes until they've just gone nice and golden brown, and then when you come back you'll see what they look like, and we'll just take them out because it can just sometimes be a little bit fiddly to get them out of the pan, but we'll do that together. So 25 minutes in the oven, and then you'll have lovely golden biscuits. Okay, it's been 25 minutes, I've taken mine out of the oven and then just left them to cool. So, as I said, they're just slightly tricky to get out, but don't worry, if you do it slowly, they will come out. So just using a palette knife is perfect, or just any flat blade like an old butter knife. And then just, all you need to do is just ease the blade around the side and just taking it nice and slowly, you'll be able to ease them out. Like that. And that's your little biscuit. So I just wanted to show you that, just so you could just see how to do it, but they can do it, and if it starts to stick, just take your time and run the blade around it, but that's them done, and I definitely know that you'll enjoy these.